You mentioned Unhealthy Mechanisms is the album that you're promoting, and I kind of got a sense of what it sounded like without even hearing it, just based on the song titles. Because you got Tumors, you got Truckload Full of Dead Bodies, you got Worth Less Than Piss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all piss and vinegar.
there's no ballads on this record.
It's all piss and vinegar, man. You know, it's all like a lot of attitude. But the thing about Go Ahead and Die, I love it. Like a lot of it was created with first instinct. I in the studio, I was like, I'm not doing two vocals. I'm doing one vocal track.
Yeah.
We either get it on the first time or we don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, it was that kind of mentality, like urgent. So there's a little bit of a urgent, almost like deranged feel to the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went all to the first instinct, first track, raw, brutal. But yeah, the songs, majority of the lyrics are my son Igor. He created the whole subject. He's great with ideas like that. He writes novels, actually like Stephen King kind of novels.
Wow.
But he came with the subject of mental health. And I thought that was really cool, really creative. And it's a taboo kind of
Yeah.
subject. Many people are even scared to touch it. Like,
Yeah.
we should talk about it, man. We should talk about it because it's serious. Affects everybody, It's all of us have a little bit of the voice in our head and what to do with that, and
Yeah.
so a lot of the tracks on this album were based on that, and then some of the other stuff was more like fun stuff, like Druggle Cop was more like a Dead Kennedy's kind of take on it.
I really like that, by the way. The Druggle Cop is fucking great.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
I think that your character, the sheriff, needs to make a reappearance maybe down the line somewhere.
Maybe get in. He gets his own YouTube channel or something. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's not go that far.
Right. You could interview fans after the show, dressed up as.
That's a good idea.
And you could make a compilation and just use some of it in some future videos.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, man. We're having a blast doing the shows. Like last night was we play. It was our first California show. It was Reading, and we show up, and the venue is real small. And I was like, I'm going to love this show. I know already. The minute, the roadies are hating life, and I'm loving it. I'm like, yes, this is exactly how I picture this shows to be like. It's going to be crazy here tonight. And it was insane.
Nice.
There was like no barricade. People are tripping on my pedals, but very respectful too, So the cool thing, you get to see also the human side of the fan. They're not assholes, man. They're good. They're good people. They want to have a good time. They're trying hard to protect my pedals, but some of them keep falling on it, and I was like, it's all good, man. I don't even care if he breaks it. Let's keep rolling.
You have to realize that's a good problem to have. What if there wasn't anybody up there fucking shit? What if it was empty? It's great that there's the energy, and you can just see the waves of energy coming off of people. Of course, your feet are going to get stepped on, so to speak, right? You want that. That's great.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's the best.
And it's a great feeling that, like I said, I was itching for something different to do in my career. So Go Ahead and Die kind of came in a perfect time. We made the first record during the pandemic, but I think the second one, Unhealthy Mechanism, it's much more, I guess mature is the right word, even though it was created in real crazy ways of recording, like the raw stuff and the first instinct, all that stuff went on a real live. I remember doing the demos. We used a drum machine, and you can go 220 BPM on a drum machine with a finger. And I'm telling the drummer, you got to go as fast as that drum machine, man. And he's sweating. He's like, no, I can't. That's not possible. And like, nope, no, you're gonna do it, man. And we put him to the grinder. We put the drummer Johnny into the grinder, and came out great, man. Came out super cool. It's cool to see that you have that kind of, purpose. You're doing something with a purpose. It's a lot of fun.
You mentioned earlier that you view Go Ahead and Die as more of your son's band, and you called yourself his sidekick. And I know that he played bass on the album. He produced the album. Out on the road, I think he's playing guitar. You mentioned he writes a lot of the lyrics. Was there ever a time in the recording of the album where you came to him with an idea and he was like, "Nah, Dad, that's not going to work"?
Oh yeah, especially lyrics, because I don't like writing lyrics. I never liked it. I feel like it's like homework. Some of it is I drag like, I love riffs, man. I can sit with my guitar and write riffs all night long. When it comes to writing lyrics, it's like, and a lot of times I'll write a lyric and he'll be like, "Nah, we're not using that." No, immediately shut down. Like,
wow.
And I was like, "Really? Come on, man. This line is pretty good." And I'll be even like, "Hey, I wrote a couple memorable things in the past, right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
does he?
But the cool thing about that he's not a yes man, and that changes the dynamic. You know?
Yeah.
When you make a record with a bunch of yes men, I don't know. It feels like whatever you do it, they're gonna say yes, even if they don't like it, because they're scared to tell you this sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're doing this way, I think it feels a little bit more. More honest, almost even like he's really trying to get the best out of me and him, and it was cool on this tour also because I position myself on the side of the stage, so I'm on the right side, and he's in the center. And I said, "Now you're gonna talk to the crowd. You're doing actually what I've been doing for 30 years. You're gonna do it now, and I'm gonna be on the side."
I noticed that.
Enjoying it.
I noticed that in some of the live videos, and I was impressed that you're kind of making him do some heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting for sure.
Yeah, and you have decided your place in Go Ahead and Die. You're not going to like, hey, move out of the way, kid. Let me show you how to do. That's not even in your vocabulary on this. You are trying to add the heavy to what that's already heavy, and I think that it's great. It's a great combo, man.
Does he play? He plays guitar when you play live, right?
Yeah.
So does he also? Does he also play
bass?
Does Igor also play 4-string guitar like you, or does he play 6-string?
No, he's got 6.
He's got 6.
and for whatever reason, Go Ahead and Die is the only band that I also play 6 strings, because I do a lot of dive bombs. I broke my own myth by going into 6 strings with Go Ahead and Die. That's the only band I do that. Everything else is all 4 strings.
Okay.
But it makes sense, though, if you're doing like, whammy dive, like, you need those higher pitches.
And it's so much fun because I'm not a lead guitar player, right? I've never been one. So it's all new to me.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was telling him, like, when I do a dive bomb and they work, it's like hitting a jackpot in Las Vegas in a casino. and a lot of times they don't work, and I get super frustrated. But when they work, I'm like, yes. Did you guys hear that shit?